Downright fierce. Downright fierce. Downright fierce.
I'm a guitar player. I've been playing for over 25 years now, and I have close to 10 years experience in the music instrument retail business. And I love pedals. The fact that you can plug a guitar into a pedal, maybe one that you've never played before or even heard of before, and the things that can come out of that. The ideas, the riffs, even the songs. It's a really cool feeling. Now, I'm also a single dad. I've got 2 crazy little boys at home. So as you can imagine, I don't get too much time to go visit my local store to check out all the latest gear. And when I do, I have to deal with the chaos of the music store. All the noise and sales pitches. Maybe they don't have what I'm looking for. Plus, we gotta deal with a bunch of people butchering Metallica riffs all day. And I subscribe to boxes like Loot Crate, Slam Crate, things like that, because I love the feeling of coming home and seeing that box right there on my front porch, not knowing what's inside. That feeling of excitement and surprise of, I don't know what I'm getting this time. It's kind of like Christmas morning, right there on my doorstep. So I thought, what if I could get a brand new guitar pedal sent to me every month, made by the top pedal manufacturers in the business? And the cost would be less than I would pay online or in the store. But what if I didn't know what pedal it was going to be? A guitar pedal subscription box. Stomp box. And I thought, man, if somebody could do that and do it right, that would be really cool and definitely be something that I personally would sign up for. So, I decided to do it right. Stompbox gives players the opportunity to get a pedal experience that they wouldn't get at their local store, and combines that with the surprise and the excitement and the wow factor of a subscription box. We here at Stompbox, we want you to stop chasing tone. Let us bring it to you. Because who knows, that brand new song might be right there, just waiting for you to get home.
Hello and welcome to episode 86 of Downright Fierce Gaming, the world's greatest Up Chuck the Boogie podcast. My name is Josh Asensio. With me is
Kyle Lafayette Tomlinson.
And a kitty, which I realize this is not showing on the screen. But I currently have my cat licking and biting my finger. I've realized that too many weeks have gone by to where she's like just meowing outside, and I get so paranoid about like the audio sounding bad because she's meowing that I decided I'm just going to let her in. So allow me to introduce to the internet, Mishka.
Isn't she cute?
Audio listeners, I'm sorry, but this is why you should watch the video, because there's a little kitty. There's a little kitty. Oh yeah, this is her little dance.
She's like a rag doll.
I do my little dance. I do my little dance. I do my little dance, and now I tap dance. Look at that. I'm sorry. I can play with. This is why I don't let the cat in here. This is exactly why. I'm one of those people, man. I will freaking put my cat in like a little bow tie, and because bow ties are cool, and and I will play with my kitty on the stream. That's just who I am, man. Jamie says newest member of DRFG. Hell yeah. Mishka. Right. Now she's gone too. See, that's how you want a cat to stop paying attention to you and leave you alone. Pay attention to it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say put it on your podcast.
Put it on the podcast too.
Yeah.
Yes, that too. Speaking of which, this is a very special episode. Kyle, do you know why? I know you know why, but
I do.
This is like one of those conversations.
No, why?
Like, oh, well, let me tell you why. This is the episode that we debut the long anticipated Downright Fierce Gaming theme song. I've been excited to show it to people. I've been sitting on it for so long, and I'm really excited to share it. We're gonna do that at the very end of the episode. At the very end of the episode, we're gonna premiere the new song. It was written and performed by MC Lars. It is pretty dope, if I do say so myself. And each week the episodes will open and close with the song. So before with the countdown, we had MC Lars's space. I think it was Space Cat. I forgot what it was called. Well, still, it was another MC Lars song that he did not write for the podcast. Now it's going to be the theme song, and then each episode will end with the theme song. In fact, technically, this episode is just going to end with the theme song, and then that's it. So
I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good way to end.
yeah, I agree. So with that, Kyle, it has been so long, my brother.
It is.
Are you ready to fierce news it?
I am. I brought my air guitar.
You did? Oh, wait, let me see it. Let me see it. I haven't seen it in so long. Oh, look at that. That's so dope. Mine's just,
That's more like a ukulele.
Yeah, and apparently I'm left-handed now. Wait, no. Wait, yeah. No, I'm right-handed. I had to pretend to play my air guitar.
Clearly not a music podcast.
All right, ready to fierce news it?
Fierce news.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Fierce News! Damn it, I lost you.
Oh, no.
That happened with Brandon, too. I forgot to include your display capture on OBS. So now I'm all turned around. Okay, I think that's the next thing I get, because I have them in order. I have them in order of the things I need to.
Hard. It was
so
out of the
fierce.
frame.
Actually, it kind of looks like, you blew up. Okay, well, Fierce News is, of course, brought to you every week by MC Lars. Make sure you check out his Patreon at patreon.com/MC Lars. Okay, so the first thing is, Kyle, you know how I'm the master of predictions. I've won I haven't won every pizza bet, but I've won the most pizza bets.
You definitely have more pizzas owed to you than you owe.
That's true. E3 predictions, I rock.
Yep.
And by the way, again, I'm saying it's not in the news, so I'm just gonna throw it out there. More and more evidence is looking likely for Xbox to be revealing a new console at E3. I called that like last year. No, not last year. Well, technically, yeah. I called that last year. I called that last year. I did. Doesn't matter what month it is. I called it last year. Here's one that is a complete shock to me. Mm-hmm. Nintendo has announced the Nintendo Labo VR kit for Switch. They're making VR for the Switch. Now, co-host Brandon, he texted me about this, and he was like, you said it was not going to happen, and you said it was. That's right. It's absolutely never going to happen. Those were my words. I don't have the clip to show it, but those were it is absolutely never going to happen was my words. And I replied to him like, to be fair, yes, Mishka. To be fair, they said the same goddamn thing. Reggie Fils-Aimé, and I never know how to say his name, but I think that's close enough. They said, yeah, Nintendo has absolutely no plans to explore any VR options.
Plans changed.
Oh, God, nope. And now I'm not in the screen. Okay, well, Kyle, you want to run us through this?
Here on one of these sides of me,
okay,
we've got the Nintendo Labo.
This is a great episode. It wouldn't be a normal episode without everything falling apart. I screened everything too, man. I screened everything. I wanted to make sure like every scene was good. Okay, well, so yeah. Here we go. We have the Nintendo VR. It's coming out soon too, April 12th. April 12th.
Wow, that's a real short.
The starter kit is going to cost $40, and there's going to be 2 expansion sets that will cost $20 each. So the full kit costs $80. Now this is, no matter what, this isn't going to compete with PSVR, Oculus Rift. Like, I don't even think it's going to compete with the VR units you can buy for your phone.
I don't think so either, but that's never been Nintendo's game. They want to release kitschy, fun peripherals and just sell them in mass. Well, usually for a reasonable price point. Sure.
It's made out of cardboard, so yeah, it's that's pretty reasonable right there.
Yeah.
But so I'm really glad that you said that. They like to sell kitschy, fun things. It doesn't look that fun to me, and then that's when I go to the graphic, not Fierce News, and I disappear. But I'm pretty sure I'm still being heard. Let me check the audio. Yes, I'm still being heard. Cool. So we're going to our correspondent in the field, Kyle. Kyle, you wanna? Does that look fun? Look, it doesn't even have a head strap.
I like the little bird thing. That's cute.
It's cute looking, but like you have to hold the VR unit to your head the whole time.
Oh man, the camera unit for Pokemon Snap.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's choice.
I'll give you that. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
but
right. And you figure that's probably one of the peripherals. I got to imagine that's only the $20, right?
That's probably one of the kits. Yeah.
I'm trying to piece this together, pun intended, just from what I can see here. Like, there's the little girl on the right has like a elephant face with a gun.
Hey, that's that. Don't face shame her.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on here.
Well, here, let's look at the thing, because I imagine most people are probably thinking, Josh, this is a Labo, so it's not geared for you. It doesn't matter if you think it's fun. It's for kids. They think it's fun, right? Because I mean, there's even kids in the picture and stuff. So the thing is, studies have shown that children under the age of 13 shouldn't use VR because it affects their developing brains and eyes.
Whoa.
So who is this for? I feel like that's always the question, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
like who is this for?
Specifically marketed towards 9th graders.
It's a very, very specific. I mean, like, we're not going to see quality games for it. It's not like, they're going to, I mean, like Pokemon Snap VR, that would be incredible, but that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's going to be, like Safari Adventure, and I mean, you got to do stuff like that. And it's going to be fun for like 30 minutes.
It'll probably be like when the Wii came out and they released Link's Arrow Training, or the archery challenge. It'll come with stuff like that, like a rails shooters. It'll be fine. Yeah,
I mean, it'll be like the Labo games that are already out there. It's fun for an afternoon, and then you're done with it. And for that reason, maybe it'll be all right. But it's still, actually, I mean, that's it. I mean, it's a thing that exists now. I don't think there's any reason to shame it or to say it's a mistake. Like, it's cardboard. They're selling cardboard and games with a budget of like $20. I'm sure. Like, it's one guy who's like, hey, I can make a game. All right, here's $20. You make your game, and then they're gonna sell that. So yeah, the Nintendo's actually making a VR unit, but is it really VR?
I mean, yes.
But
it's as much VR as an Oculus is. It's just way underpowered.
You have to hold it. You have to hold it the whole time.
I mean, I'm sure people will be able to make straps with clasps on them. We have the technology.
Yeah, I could see a strap on there.
I bet you could.
You see what I did?
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Strap on. Strap on.
Oh,
kids, check out the brand new Nintendo Strap On. All right. Mara says, hi, wow, thumbs up, heart. Back at you, Mara. All right. Moving on, here's something that's actually super useful. If you have a PS4 and a compatible iPhone, you can now do remote play with the Remote Play app and play games on the go with your phone. It's in the firmware update 6.5. The PS4 now has the ability similar to the PS Vita to remote play from your iPhone. This kind of sucks that it was only for the iPhone, but you said something earlier that just killed me. That was hysterical.
They effectively killed the Vita.
Yeah, they effectively killed it. And the timing of this, like, what was it? I think it was it was this month. This is the last month that they were supporting the Vita on PlayStation Plus. So now you can't get your free PlayStation Vita games every month. And then as soon as that's done, you can play on your phone now.
Yep.
I forgot what was so funny about that. I feel like maybe it was timing, but
may have been.
They put the final nail in the coffin on the Vita. It's kind of sad. But I mean, obviously that wasn't like the main feature of the Vita, but that is kind of interesting that the two are kind of, lining up time-wise.
Yeah, it's almost like they planned it.
It's almost like they planned it. So it doesn't come to the Android. That really sucks. I would have, the second I saw the story, I didn't read that it said iOS. I thought it just said mobile, and I tried to download it for my phone, and no, I can't play it on the phone on my Android. And there's no news of when or if remote play for the Android is going to come out. So we'll see.
I wonder what the limitation is there.
I don't think there is. I mean, like, what could there possibly be? Like, if anything, I would imagine Android's easier to develop for, right? I mean,
Oh gosh, yeah.
yeah. So this, and I doubt like it's a partnership. I mean, it's got to be some kind of maybe partnership thing, or
That seems like it'd be a weird business decision.
That
Like
does.
cutting your market in half. You'd have to get a lot of money for it. I don't know.
I can't even think of a reason.
Yeah, right.
Hopefully, eventually.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, so moving on. Other things I've been predicting accurately. This guy right here. I've been saying for a while that I absolutely think we're going to see a cheap diskless option from Microsoft with their next console release. It just makes sense. You know, why not sell? Like people have been they've been sharing rumors about Nintendo Switch coming out with a dockless Switch, like just only portable and making it cheaper that way.
Oh, really?
Which, yeah, I mean, it's just rumors. They're not even really founded on anything. There's no patent that anybody found or anything. It's just like, hey, that would be a good idea, which I don't think that those docks really cost significantly that much. I mean, they cost more than we think. They do upgrade. I think it was either the CPU or the GPU or something when you dock it.
Really?
A little bit. Like you get a little bit of performance increase when you dock your Switch. So it's not just an HDMI port in there.
No.
But the diskless Microsoft console, you know, they said that Scarlet is going to be a series, like it's going to be a family of consoles. So I figure one of them's got to be diskless. It just makes sense. You know, we're moving towards streaming. You know, if you can not throw a Blu-ray drive in there, you know, that lowers your cost, and then you can lower the price, and that's how you push more units. And turns out I was half right, almost there, Kyle. New rumors are suggesting that a diskless Xbox One S, not the X, that would be weird, may be arriving this spring. In keeping with the terrible Microsoft names, it will be called, are you ready?
I'm ready.
The Xbox One S All Digital Edition.
Uh
Now, these are pretty substantial rumors. This isn't just like, you know, pokefan.net. Like this is, you know, coming from reputable sources. That is a god awful name, and I think that's why I believe it even more. Is because like that sounds like a Microsoft ass name. That fits.
Yeah. I mean, it's someone in marketing had to be kind of brainless to release a console with the abbreviation of AID. Like they're giving everybody AIDS.
Wait, what?
All digital edition.
Oh, AIDS. Damn, I didn't even. Or Addies. I don't know.
Addy.
Interesting. Okay. So Microsoft is rumored to be aiming for pre-orders in May to April, with availability coming in early May. That's like right around the corner. That's like next month. That's insane. Yeah. We don't have pricing information on it yet, but here's how I feel. Here's my opinion. If it's anything more than $150, I think that's incredibly stupid of them to release anything without that significant of a price drop, because you can get occasionally you can get an Xbox One S for like $200.
Yeah.
You know, they have sales all the time. So if you're going to do this, it needs to already be at a lower price point than you would have sales. And typically it's $50 increments, you know.
Sure.
Don't nickel and dime us and, you know, do 175. That's just stupid. So 150, anything more than 150, I think is stupid. Here's what I will say though, because there's no reason for me to buy an Xbox One X, One S, One anything. There's no reason for me to buy that. My game backlog is already just massive. I don't need the handful of, you know, of exclusives that they have. What I like is the Game Pass. That's really cool to have the, you know, availability of all those games. I like that. But again, backlog, super long, don't need it. So I have no reason to buy it. If this thing, and I think they can do this, I think if they cut a lot of corners, you know, with you know, I mean, it's already an S, so it's less powerful than the X, and I don't think it's less powerful than the Xbox One, but it's slim, you know, it's smaller. If they cut as many corners as they can, maybe even like, I don't know, just cut as many corners as they can. If it's $100, I'll buy one. I'll buy one.
That's a steep drop. I think they'd be hard pressed. They'd be
No,
hard
I
pressed
agree.
to get it down there.
I agree. I mean, but here's the thing: their margins are already super slim, and what they're really worried about right now, they're not pushing. I mean, yes, they're buying all the studios. They're trying to get all these exclusives, but they're not. They're looking to dominate the market in 2019, 2020. Well, mostly 2020. They want everybody with a Microsoft system. So you introduce this product that is stupid cheap with a service, Game Pass. That's why they want you to buy that system. That's probably what I would end up buying anyways. I buy the system and I buy the Game Pass. They now are focused on getting their Game Pass into as many homes as possible, which is why they're doing things like the Switch. I don't know if you heard the rumors about that. Game Pass coming to the Switch.
Oh, yeah.
This is the exact same mentality. It's let's get Game Pass into as many homes as possible, because that takes care of the loss from consoles.
Yeah.
So most consoles, they lose money or their margins are very, very narrow.
Yeah.
And at $100, absolutely, the margins are like
You've got to be throwing money away at that.
a little bit. I mean, but I would still not say it'd be more than $25. I don't think so. I don't think it would be that much. If it's more than that, then I get that they couldn't sell it for $100. But the technology that goes into those systems is significantly less expensive now than when the consoles first came out, because that was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So 5 years have gone by. Technology is a little bit cheaper. You can make an Xbox One S discless version at home.
Sure can.
Well, maybe not for 100. I was going to say for 100. No, maybe not. Okay, well, they can. They can make it at their Microsoft home for less than 100.
Their Microsoft home.
Yeah, they could do that. I think they absolutely could do that. And they get people like me, the gamers, who they look at something like that and like, I mean, even if I never play that, that's a damn good deal.
Yeah.
I pay $100 so I can play games I've never played. Like I always forget the name, Sunset Overdrive, even though that's now coming to PC. But I don't know. I can't. They'll get so many people.
I'd pay $100 to play the Gears of War franchise. I only played the first one.
There you go.
That's worth it to me if the possibility of digital download or even streaming is there.
Mm-hmm. And then you know what you do, even though this is probably a stupid idea. I just think it's funny more than anything. You have the $100 console, and then you charge $50 for an external drive.
That is very much something Microsoft would do.
It's a Microsoft ass move.
Yeah, it is.
I'll tell you what, and then this console doesn't come with Kinect. It doesn't come with Kinect. That's how you save a couple bucks.
There you go.
They'll get a second job. They'll be fine. Now, here's the thing too. What I'm also really surprised about is that they're even announcing this. That they're even making. Oh, sorry, this hasn't been announced. This is a rumor. But if this rumor turns out to be 100% factual, and they have plans to announce this and do pre-orders, why? Why do you do pre-orders? This isn't going to be a hot commodity item. This is an old console, an underpowered console. And it will actually, I think it will be the least powerful console aside from the Switch. I mean, you're just comparing, all those. It's not doing anything special. And the rumors that I've been saying that are looking more and more likely now is that they're going to be announcing new consoles at E3. So a couple months before E3, you're like, hey, new console. And then E3 happens. Hey, new consoles.
Yeah, it's really.
I just gave you. So why can't it be something where like you're just in the store? Or even, places like IGN, I'm sure they'll be like, hey, Xbox has a new thing. It's $150, $100. It's discless console. It's the same thing. It's nothing special, but now you can save some more money. And then that story happens and then stops. It came and it went, and we don't really care. But to actually make a thing out of this. To be like, hey, look over here. Look, $100, $150. No disc. It's completely dickless. Discless. No dick.
Plot twist. It's portable.
Oh, don't play with my nipples like that. Man. Don't tease me unless you're gonna go all the way. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. I can't handle that. Oh, that's why they're doing it to the Switch. That's why they're partying with Nintendo. Nintendo's showing them how to make a Switch at each other's house. Phil Spencer goes over to the Nintendo household, and they show each
Mr.
other
Nintendo's house.
Mr. Nintendo's house, and they just show each other how to make. Dan Bowser. He goes over and hangs out with Dan Bowser.
Yep.
And they play games, and that's how they're gonna do this. Oh, that'd be so cool. But yeah, I mean, I think it would look like a pathetic cash grab if they a couple months out from announcing new consoles say, hey, new console. Because already it looks bad if they do announce new consoles at E3, which, I mean, they just have to take a loss this generation. They lost. It's okay. Like, it happens. They're gearing up for next generation. But it looks even worse to keep saying, hey, we have a new console. Like, first you have the Xbox One X, and then you have the Xbox One S, or you have Xbox One S, Xbox One X, Xbox One S discless, and then Xbox Scarlet. Like, you just keep.
How many times can we sell the same console to the people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But $100, I'll buy it.
Yeah. That's a reasonable price point.
That's very, very good.
I do not think they're going to get there, but it's reasonable.
I wouldn't pizza bet it. I would not pizza bet. But I will say this: anything under 150, anything over 150. First of all, it's not even worth it to me at 150. It's really not. That little $50 difference.
That's pushing it.
I don't need it, and all their exclusives are coming to PC. I have a PS5 PC. Like, my PC is pretty strong. I don't need even their next console generation. Like, I got like 20,000 teraflops in there. I don't know what a teraflop is, but I'm covered.
Gigawatts.
The gigawatts, gigahoos. I don't know. Like,
yeah. At 150, I would just spend the extra $50 and go buy a used Switch. Like,
wait, they're 150 now?
$200, you can get them used.
Oh, I thought you were saying that they're okay.
No.
Well,
no.
yeah. Buy an old Switch. If you're gonna buy a Switch, buy an old Switch, and then you do that special thing to it that I did to mine. You know. Wink. Wink.
Gross.
Speaking of gross, that's a perfect transition to our next story. So almost exactly 1 year ago, I think it was on the 6th. And today is the 10th, so 4 days. We missed it by 4 days. We reported on the developers of Inside how they were partnering with a sex doll manufacturer called Real Doll for Mystery Collector's Edition box. So, whoops, I lost my mouse. Uh-oh, I lost my mouse. I need my mouse. There we go. Okay. All right, so the only thing we know about what's inside the Inside box or whatever is the PS4 game disc. That's it. That's all we know. And it was supposed to be coming out Q1 2019. Turns out the release of the mystery box has been delayed. In a statement from I Am 8-Bit, they said, quote, "Thank you for giving us the time to perfect the details of this amazingly special and unique package. We're working diligently with our partners at Playdead and Real Doll to ensure that this redacted is of the utmost quality. No one has ever made something like this before, so the R&D time is vital to producing a high-quality redacted." It says redacted. Like,
yeah.
So if you play, have you played Inside?
No.
No. Okay. Are you okay with the light
spoilers don't bother me at all.
Okay. I'm not. I don't want to. This makes no sense until you play the game, anyways.
Okay.
It just, even like you're playing the game, you can think it the entire time, like, I still don't know what he's talking about. And then you get to it, you're like, oh, okay. So I'm 99% sure this is the human ball at the end. Pretty sure this is the human ball.
Yeah, you mentioned that last year.
Yeah. So I'm like 99% sure this is a human ball, but I still want to know what's in the box. Like, I really want. I don't like not knowing. I thought we were going to finally find out. Want to know what's in the box. Apparently, I'm not the only one, too.
Apparently, with the box. Who's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
See? See? Not the only one. What is in the box? That's what I want to know. What is in the box?
His wife's head.
Spoilers. I actually saw that movie the first time. I want to say it was either last year or the year before that.
Wow,
It was
really?
recently, yeah. That's a good movie, y'all.
It is.
You should check it out. Seven. It's a good movie. I liked it. I figured I'd like it. I mean, I got like all the actors in it. Even Kevin Spacey, even despite his terrible nature, like an awful, awful person.
Yeah.
I don't judge a person's art by how awful they were. Like one of my
not.
First of all, we're gonna get a little political, just a tiny bit political. Kevin Spacey, love him acting. Love him act. I love him acting. I love his acting. We lost a viewer. We just saw somebody drop out.
Oh, politics, no.
F4. I love his acting. He's a shitty person. Michael Jackson, love his music. He always touched those kids. Come on, dude. Still listen to his music. I like his music. I'm not, I don't care about that. Here's one that not a lot of people talk about. Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman, known pedophile. Loved the little boys.
Had no idea.
Yeah, most people don't. They don't really talk about that because nobody, they don't care about his poetry and stuff. I learned about that in a college lit class, and we're like reading his poems. And I told the professor, I'm like, I am like obsessed with Walt Whitman now. Like I love his poems. They're so beautiful. I love the way he writes and stuff. And he goes, well, be careful going around saying you're a Walt Whitman fan. He used to touch little boys. I'm like, oh, but I still like it. I still like his stuff. So I'm, and that's as far into the politics as I'm going to get. I don't judge anybody who's like, oh, well, fuck that person. I'm not going to listen to any of their stuff and I'm just done forever. That's cool. Hey, they don't deserve your money or attention.
My brother in chat says, "Welp, I'm out."
I saw that. I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little. This is a video game podcast.
I think that was facetious.
Let's talk about Telltale. Man, those business practices, that's how you get shit done. They overwork
too soon.
Too soon?
Too soon.
Okay, I'm sorry. Speaking of things that are coming out too soon, Days Gone. Days Gone has gone gold, y'all. Now, if you don't know what it means when a game goes gold, it means that the principal development on a game is complete and the discs have been sent out for manufacturing. So obviously, as we can all assume, they're probably still working on last minute, bugs and tweaks and we're going to see a day one patch. That's going to happen.
Absolutely.
But this means it won't be delayed from its current release date, which is April 26th. So a lot of people, I don't know if you're in this boat, a lot of people have been really lukewarm about this game. How do you feel about Days Gone? So that's the thing. A lot of people are just like, it's zombies. Oh no, it's not zombies. They're tweakers. Oh, I'm playing Daryl right around a motorcycle. The thing is, the more I hear about this game, the more I'm actually excited about it because recent playthrough experiences, that people have been talking about, reporters and stuff, have been all positive. People are saying great things about this game. They're saying that it's a fun game, that the gameplay is familiar enough for it to be fun, yet slightly different enough to be interesting. And, looking at gameplay, looking at all that, I think that the thing that this game has suffered from the most has been messaging. That they are trying to come across like, one E3, they're coming across like, oh, it's like The Last of Us, deep story and all that. People are looking at it and going, you're not Last of Us, though. And then another E3 is like, oh, look, we're like Grand Theft Auto meets World War Z. There's a billion zombies. And they turn on unlimited ammo in this demo. And they're just showing you mow down hordes and hordes of zombies. Like, dude, that's not what your game's going to be, though.
No.
You should have just shown what the game is, which honestly, if now that I'm looking at it, I'm going to say it's kind of like Horizon Zero Dawn meets World War Z, actually.
I could see that.
Yeah. It's zombies in Horizon Zero Dawn and mixed with a little bit of Grand Theft Auto, And yeah, you know what? They're zombies. They're basically zombies.
I think that it's a really good concept. Like it's a well-defined concept. The sandbox zombie game is well-defined at this point.
Sure.
And I think that if they hit those notes well enough and make the game world big enough where you can kind of get lost in it, that it'll probably be pretty successful.
And that's what people are saying. People are saying that it's fun to play, the story's interesting, and that even the main character, which usually these games fall short on having anybody interesting as the main character, they say even the main character is really interesting. Like it's an interesting person and you want to know their story. It's not just a one-sided. I mean, his name, oh my God, what's his name? It's something really Dean. Oh God, you're looking it up?
Yeah.
It's Dean.
I'm at the computer, so.
Yeah.
It's Deacon St. John.
Deacon St. John.
That's a comic book protagonist right there.
Seriously, that's a biker ass name. It's like, I'm Deacon. Y'all call for Deacon. You know, like he seems one-sided, but that's the thing. Again, I think it's a problem of messaging. This game actually looks and from what people have been saying is a lot of fun. So I'm going to make a bold prediction. Another bold prediction. That's what I'm going for. I think this game will score an 8 or higher. I think this game will be great out of 10.
That's pretty bold.
I mean, most people have expected this game to be like 6s and 7s.
Yeah, 7 is what I was thinking.
Yeah, capable, able to, just be played, but not anything interesting. I'm going to say 8 or higher. I wanted to say 9.
Really?
But that's obnoxiously bold. I'm going to say 8. I'm going to say a solid 8, like an 8.2, 8.5, or higher. Also, Jim says, hey, what's up? Bonus dad. Good to see you.
Bonus dad.
Yeah, it's my bonus dad. It's my wife's dad. It's my bonus dad.
Yeah.
All right. So, speaking of scary things, not
your father-in-law. Oh God.
No.
Shoot yourself in the foot. Why don't you?
We're talking about a zombie game. We're talking about zombie games. We're just talking about zombies. They're not zombies. They're the same thing. Okay, so speaking of other horror, elements and stuff, here's a horrifying game idea. Imagine this: a battle royale game made by the creators of Dark Souls. Okay, now that's scary. Okay, that's the clickbait intro. That's like the click here to find out more. Oh God, sorry, that's just falling apart. This isn't. First of all, this isn't actually something that's happening. It's not. In an interview with Telegraph, I got this. I can do this. Hidetaka Miyazaki.
Hey, you got the last name.
Hidetaka. 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 Damn it. Okay. Yep. Well, Hidetaka Miyazaki was asked if he and From Software would ever consider making a battle royale game, to which he replied, quote, "There's always the possibility. These games are definitely fun. If we did it, it might be a bit different, but we're definitely interested, and there's definitely that possibility in the future. We'd love to take a crack at them someday." So back to the clickbait intro. How terrifying would that be? The reason why I'm saying that is there's already an element of horror in like battle royale games. You're like, well, bear with me. Horror in the sense, okay, so you've played like PUBG and stuff, right? Yeah. Like I'm speaking mostly to PUBG. I haven't played Fortnite. I don't know if the same thing kind of happens, but you're going through a town and then all of a sudden you hear footsteps and you're like, oh God, okay, all right, I got this. And then I don't know about you guys. First thing I do is, depending on where I am, I hide and wait to like listen for like where they are. I'm like, okay. And now like I'm sitting under the stairs, like, I got this, and my heart's beating because it's like there's only like 20 people left in the match. I'm like, oh God, I got this. My hands shaking a little bit. Like that's what I mean by horror. I'm not saying like it's like jump scares or anything, but like true tense situations where you're like, okay, I got this. Or even going to like the last 3 people. I don't know anybody whose hand isn't shaking, trying to aim at that last freaking person, and the adrenaline's pumping, and it's.
I found a game that is free to play that gives me that sensation. that is not Fortnite.
What's that?
Tetris 99.
Oh my god.
When you get into the top 10, you're just like so furious and all about it. Oh man.
I want you to talk about that with what games you're playing, because I am actually really curious to find out about that game from the perspective of somebody who's playing it, because I don't get it, but I want to know more about this. So save that one. But okay, so imagine though, now that we're, we have the idea of horror, at least what I'm going, the idea of intensity, like as far as battle royales go. Now add the guys who are the masters at tense games. I mean, how else do you the exact same situation happens in Dark Souls. You're looking at this boss and you're just like, I don't know how I'm going to beat you. This is horrifying. You're a disgusting demon creature. And, like everything about this game is just constantly stressful, but still fun at the same time. Like, you add those two elements together, and I think that makes the most intense battle royale game ever. And I feel like you're not agreeing with me.
Well, my thing here is that the Dark Souls series and Bloodborne 2, the reason that they're so creepy is the atmosphere. It's all atmospheric horror. Like, yeah, there's a bit of body horror, of course, but the atmosphere is what really nails it into your head that this is supposed to be fucking creepy. And in a battle royale game, if you're just playing the same map over and over again, I feel like you might lose a lot of that really fast.
Okay, but do you think that maybe as long as they have the map with, and it doesn't necessarily even have to be a horror game. It doesn't have to be Clive Barker style, but like let's say even just they have the PUBG map, and they just have a default map. It's just whatever. I'm saying mostly the stuff that they do with it, the gameplay elements, because they said if we were to do it, it would be a bit different. So making it less about, focusing more on the not making you feel safe ever in this game. Like maybe adding elemental, there you go. That's how they make it a little bit different. They add elemental obstacles to get through. So you're not just worried about other players. You can't just hide in a bush because there might be a demon bear right behind you. I don't know. You can't just, you're not just surviving against the players. You're surviving against the map.
So PvP and PvE is what you're saying.
Yeah,
I could see that with terrain that's hostile too.
Yeah,
I could definitely see a degree of that.
And that's what I mean. I mean, I'm not even saying that's specifically what they would do, but I could imagine their take on the battle royale to add that Dark Souls flavor, because Dark Souls is, as you said, atmosphere, but also never feeling safe. Like you'd never feel safe, and you could die at any point.
Yep.
Like they'll kill you for dumb reasons. You go up the stairs too fast, they'll just kill you. That's what I mean. So in a battle royale, if FromSoft is making a battle royale, you're hiding in a bush. The bush wasn't actually a bush. It was the top of a giant snake that now is eating you. They punish you for being cowardly.
Yeah. Yeah, they'd absolutely do. Get up in its face and kill. It's how you beat those games. So, yeah,
I want to play Bloodborne now. I've been thinking it's one of those games where like you hear somebody talking about it and you're like, oh, I want to play Bloodborne. I haven't played Bloodborne in a while, and then you forget about it for a little while, and then you hear about it again. I'm like, oh, Bloodborne. Do you think
it would be melee focused?
I hope not. You can't do that.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a huge detracting factor. Like.
It doesn't need to be. I mean, they might, and I think they would learn that if they tried it. That's the thing. Like if you actually try to make a battle royale game and make it melee based, then it's just you can't do that. The one game, we don't have the power yet. Maybe with the sequel, but you know what game would work as a battle royale? They probably could. Even next gen consoles probably couldn't do 100. So let's just say even 50. For Honor. There's a melee battle royale game. Giant map, running around picking up weapons and stuff.
Oh, okay. So instead of choosing your weapon with your character, you'd mix it in like the traditional battle royale. Huh.
Yeah, it need to be a big map, and maybe I don't know. I think that'd be pretty cool. But
Would,
you'd need like 50 people.
Would each weapon have its own move set, basically?
Ooh.
Like different attack patterns for different weapons, I imagine.
Okay, so maybe not different because that would make it a little bit too difficult. So maybe not different weapons, but maybe just like different armor and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be neat. For Honor was a great game.
Oh yeah, I loved it. I got really hooked on it. Oh, am I passing out? You got really blurry there. I got hooked on it pretty hard for a little while, and then I just kind of fell out of it. And yeah, but that was
you and everyone else who bought it.
No, man, they're still supporting that game pretty strong.
Really?
Yeah, there's still a pretty significant like concurrent player like number right now.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. And they're still releasing like new fighters and like new areas, and there's a lot of support for that game. Yep. All right, let's move on to something less scary. Square Enix has revealed that a new Octopath Traveler game is in production. Not only that, we can expect a mobile prequel called Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent to be released on iOS and Android later this year. When asked why it's coming to mobile and not other platforms as well, Square Enix says, "Do you guys not have phones?"
Why'd you go Ken Jeong there?
No, from the not Bethesda. From the was it Bethesda? Who makes Diablo? Blizzard. From the Blizzard conference.
Yeah.
When they're announcing Diablo Mobile. That's how he said that. Isn't that how he said it?
Was it?
Do you guys not have phones? He had a high voice. Am I not remembering that right?
I mean, I might be misremembering that, honestly.
I might be misremembering. Okay, well, do you guys not have phones? Do you guys not have phones?
Just cover all the bases.
Do you guys not have phones?
Okay, yep, too far.
Do you guys not have phones?
This is the quality content.
Do you guys not have phones?
Oh, that one's terrible.
According to Eurogamer, the mobile game is a free-to-play single-player RPG set in the same world and takes place a few years prior to the Switch title. The mobile game is currently only confirmed for Japan in 2019, but I'm sure we're going to get like Western releases.
Yeah, absolutely.
What I'm curious about is how are they going to make money on an RPG, a free-to-play RPG that has the same game mechanics as Octopath Traveler? Like, have you played Octopath Traveler?
Characters as DLC. Pay for characters. Pay $1, $2 for a character unlock.
I mean, I was thinking that like maybe because you can't do an energy system where it's like, oh, you're too tired to. You can't do that. Cosmetics
for sure. Yeah, alternate skins would be pretty easy to monetize.
But the whole thing of that game is when you switch class, then you look like that class.
Oh, there you go. Class unlocks. That's another
class. Okay, yeah, class unlocks. I was thinking making it extremely difficult to level up. Like you'd have to like grind significantly to, do whatever. And then you can kind of go the Assassin's Creed Odyssey route and pay for an EXP booster.
Sure. Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
Because I mean,
consumables.
Okay. Yeah. Make consumables really like expensive or, or something like that. And
yeah, in game they cost like 10,000 gold or they cost 50 cents.
Yeah. Okay. And see, I'd be fine with all that. I really would.
Because that doesn't get in the way of enjoying the game.
Well, actually, you know what? I take that back. I immediately retract that. I would say I would prefer the game to just be like $10-15, assuming that it's worth that, gameplay wise. 10-15 bucks, and give me an Octopath Traveler mobile game.
Yeah, I would absolutely pay that for a good phone RPG.
I mean, an Octopath is easily one of my favorite RPGs of that style.
Yeah.
So like, actually maybe it's not even true because Persona 5 or all the Personas.
Fucking Persona 5.
Just screwing up the curve there.
Just ruins the metrics.
It's a good game. It's just you can't compare to Persona.
Yeah.
Can't do it. But I don't know. I'm interested to see. I'm hoping it'll come out here. And I'm very excited to know that there's another Octopath Traveler. I mean, there has to be. It sold so well.
Oh, yeah.
That game did very well.
I felt like it came out of nowhere. Like I didn't hear about it in development at all.
You did. From one person, Brandon. Hey guys, so this game Octopath Traveler, and I don't know, I think it's really cool, and everybody should check it out.
Is that your Brandon?
Oh, Brandon, you should, it's really cool. It's a cool game, and you guys should check it out. I don't know. Yeah, play Octopath Traveler. He just didn't sell it though. He didn't sell it. Like he was like,
no, but he did talk about it a lot. You're right.
he did. He's like, yeah, you play as a dancer. Who I'm like, oh man, I don't care about the story. Like if he just talked about the gameplay is where it was at. It was solid turn-based. I loved it. The whole building up of the like bonus attack or whatever. I forgot. It's been a while since I played it. I should play it again. But yeah, I'm excited to play that. Now here's an interesting game. I'm definitely gonna be keeping an eye on. I don't usually call out random games, but this one just seems really interesting. It's called Wrath, Aeon of Ruin. It's a first-person shooter made in the original Quake engine. Now, not 2007 Quake Tournament or Unreal Tournament, Quake Tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Quake Tournament, yeah. The 1996 Quake engine.
Oh, yeah.
So I checked out gameplay, and I'll tell you this. If this game came out in 1996, this would be the biggest freaking game ever. People be like, oh my God, you guys, this game is like incredible. It's the best first person shooter ever made. It's, you know, and it's only made with those assets. So I don't know how that was done, but like it's incredible. It looks great. And most importantly, it looks like a lot of fun. Like it has that nostalgic look to it because of the engine it was built on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it actually looks like a lot of fun. And my favorite part about this is the frame rate. So, you know, game in 1996, it could probably run on an Amazon Echo Show.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty old game. I mean, that's 18 years.
18?
Wait, no.
96?
86. Okay, 96. So plus 3 and then 23.
Yeah, 23. My guess was right.
23 math. 23
math
years. Came out 23 years ago. They had to throttle the frame rate because it would reach the upper thousands. And the human brain can't process. We can process, what is that? I think it's like 28 frames or something, or
60.
No, we can't process 60.
Yo, humans are supposed to cap out at 60.
Hold on. I'm going to Google this one. Hold on.
Okay.
Human brain frame rate. Frames per second. Here we go. I'm not pizza betting this, but I feel like
it was worth interrupting the flow of the entire podcast.
Oh, absolutely. We interpret 150 frames per second.
Oh, okay.
Although the human eye and brain can interpret up to 1,000 frames per second, when someone sitting in a chair and actively guessing at how high frame rate is can, on average, interpret up to about 150 frames per second. Okay.
That sounds like a real scientific test. Guess how many frames per second this is.
Yeah. I could have. Well, it's saying that somebody can notice the difference between 40 and 60.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you can. Like, if you're watching gameplay, you can notice the difference between 40 and 60.
That's so weird, though, because I could have sworn that it was something like, and that's why they do film at like that many frames per second, is like that's how many the brain can register. There's hold on. There's a limit, because I know there was like something with refresh rates on TVs. The reason why, I'm not, this is a video game podcast. Anyways, okay, so we definitely can't do thousands.
No.
Definitely can't do thousands. So they decided to throttle it and cap it to 666 frames per second.
Of course. Because of course.
666 frames per second. Oh, this is funny. So Wrath Aeon of Ruin is coming to PC sometime this summer, and will also be coming to consoles, including Switch.
Whoa.
Yeah, sometime early next year.
I could see like a good crunchy FPS on Switch.
Yeah. And it could definitely run on Switch. This one could definitely run.
Rude.
Well, yeah, man.
I mean, Super Mario Odyssey's pretty.
pretty. Yeah, Breath of the Wild is pretty. I said it today to Jamie. I go, the Switch is just a really powerful mobile phone.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's just a very powerful phone. I love my Switch. I love my Switch so much.
I know you do.
I know what it is. I know what it is. Yeah. Actually, and I think your brother just predicted the next. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He just called.
He just called the next story.
Next headline.
Completely screwing up my transition. But speaking of 1996, here's a game I look back on fondly. Can you guess what it is? That's right.
I can.
That's right. It's the first Diablo.
Mm.
Stay a while and listen.
Stay a while and listen.
Oh, that's good. Ooh.
That was one of the first voices I can remember doing.
Yeah, that's a good one. So for the first time ever, you can download the digital release on GOG.com, GOG.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can choose to play the 1996 version with 20 frames per second SVGA graphics, or you can opt to play... Yeah, if you really want to go with that nostalgic route.
Oh, shit. That's so good.
Or you can opt to play the updated version, which includes out-of-the-box Windows 10 compatibility and bugs fixes. So it's $10. And if somehow you're a gamer and you just never, ever played Diablo.
I mean, if you were born in 2001.
Sure.
Never played Diablo.
Sure. I mean, I played it sometime in the past 5 years. I couldn't remember where or how. I know I have the disc. I know I have the disc somewhere, which wouldn't work on my Xbox One S digital only edition. I have the disc somewhere. I think I remember playing it somewhere recently and being like, this game still holds up. This game is still a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Especially with the Hellfire expansion, Monk class.
Wait, Monk, what?
Yeah. Diablo 1 Hellfire. It was the expansion for Diablo 1. It added a whole like second storyline and a bunch of new monsters and a new class. How did you not know about this? It's got to be included in the GOG release.
Oh my God, look at that.
What kind of gamer are you?
What kind of gamer am I? I don't even remember that box art.
Oh yeah, man. I think it was like $30 too when it came out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the last ever Downright Fierce Gaming episode. I quit. How did that so completely get by me? I've never heard of like anything like that. I've never seen that box art.
My brother says it's not included in the GOG release because it was a Sierra released expansion, not by Blizzard.
But still, I feel like, and he also says your dad bought it when it came out and couldn't get past the butcher.
Yep.
What is it? What is it? He says that horrifying line when he comes out. Like,
fresh meat.
Damn, Kyle.
I wanted to be a voiceover artist.
Well, yeah, and I used to want to. Now I'm like, oh, maybe I should just stay with my day job. Jeez. That was really good. Okay, well, yeah. Shit. It's a fun game though. And now I have a reason to go back and no, I gotta.
You can find thin stalls, which are just really compressed installations of it online really easily. Not that I would ever recommend software pirating to anyone.
Yeah, definitely not. But I'm
support the developers.
Yeah. I wonder if I buy Diablo, if I buy the GOG version, if I can find an expansion that will be compatible. No, probably not. Won't be compatible with that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. My brother points out the Hellfire expansion added running in town.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's good.
All right. So moving on to the future is the year of our Lord 1997. Turok has recently been announced for the Switch. Now, okay, you have an excited look on your face. Why?
I love the original Turok for N64.
Now, are you saying love or loved?
Loved it. I mean, I haven't played it in 20 years.
That's the thing. Everybody's like, man, Turok's the best, dude. I can't wait to get this game. This game's the best. Oh, I loved it so much. Hey, so did I. It was one of my favorite games that came out on the N64. I played the crap out of the game. I loved it. It was one of my favorites. Absolutely.
Yeah. The multiplayer. Oh,
dude.
So good.
It's a garbage game. It's so bad, y'all.
It is a janky mess.
Bad. It is just a terrible mess. The frame rate was the one thing about it that was surprisingly good. But aside from that, like the fog of war that they had on there, that's not fog of war. That's with turn-based strategy. Turn-based strategy. RTS, real-time strategy.
Yeah.
But the fog that they had, like it was really, really bad. The gameplay, the level design was terrible. Everything about it was just really, really bad. But it's coming to Switch now.
My best friend owns a Switch, and I would pay $5 to have him play it. Like,
yeah. Actually, no. I think isn't it like $30 too? Hold on. It's not 5.
I sure fucking hope not.
It's not 5. Turok Switch price. It is not telling me how much it is. It is, come on. Riveting content. Riveting content. Riveting content.
$20.
$20. Okay.
That's pushing it.
Not worth it. But you know what is amazing about this, though? It's my favorite thing about this is the product description on the Nintendo site.
Is it the original 97 advert?
It sounds like it.
Oh, I can't wait.
And I don't think it was intentional. I don't know. Like I didn't want to find out. Here's the thing. If you research this later and you're like, oh, it actually turns out that this is the original things that they wrote in the back of the. I don't want to know. I want this to be as stupid as it sounds. So here's the special things about this game, the product, what are the selling points of the game on Nintendo site?
Okay.
Completely 3D virtual world. Run, jump, climb in any direction in a fully 3D world with the ability to independently look and aim your weapons up, down, or sideways. And I just realized that that can't be from the original because you can't do that in the original. You can't. You can't move and shoot in that. Oh, you can move and shoot in the game, but you could. You had to you were like, this is how you would shoot. You're like, oh, I want to shoot something over there.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was like trying to fire a submarine. Yes. Yeah,
to independently look and aim your weapons. Oh wait, no. I don't know. Intelligent enemies programmed for ferocity. Variable aggression profiles make each enemy behave uniquely. 14 monstrous high-tech weapons, from the grenade launcher, plasma pulse rifle, and alien weapon. I'm sorry, it's just that line right there. And alien weapon. To the quad rocket launcher, and the mother of all guns, the atomic fusion cannon. Advanced interactive backgrounds with particle technology. Cobwebs sway. Bubbles form rings on the water's surface. Bullets ricochet. Trees explode into flames and crash to the ground. Waterfalls boil with foam.
I don't
think that's how that works.
No, that's not how that works.
Bionically engineered dinosaurs, razor-toothed raptors, artillery-packing triceratops, alien infantry and a laser-guided T-Rex, following your every move with head-tracking technology.
Oh man, do you remember an old cartoon called Dino Riders?
No. What's that?
Basically,
as the name suggests.
yes, yeah, dinosaurs wearing laser gun harnesses with people riding them was the whole cartoon. They released a bunch of toys. Pretty sure it's from the 80s. That is why I love Turok so much.
I mean, I had a blast playing it when it came out, but I did play it more recently, and it's just no, not good.
Did they do the thing where you walk and look with the same thumbstick? Was that in Turok? Like you pan left to right, but you walk forward and back.
You have to stop, hit the trigger, hit the shoulder button, and then move your reticle. Yeah, I remember now. It's coming back to me. Like that Celine Dion song.
Yes, exactly like that.
Yeah. Okay. So, and I love the program for downright ferocity.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, let's move on. Recently, we learned why Marvel and Star Wars licensed characters weren't in Kingdom Hearts 3. In Kingdom Hearts 3 Ultimania, an official companion book for the game, director Tetsuya Nomura said that they weren't included in the game for the same reason why Mickey Mouse was barely in the first Kingdom Hearts. He said, quote, in order to change those properties into a game, I think I might have written that down wrong. I don't know. In order to change those properties into a game, contracts must be made with each company separately. And there are cases where other game companies already have contracts. So although Disney Group has indeed added those properties, incorporating them into Kingdom Hearts isn't so simple. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute, Tetsuya Nomura. Are you saying that you wish this was way more simple? Like, I guess I kind of agree. You know, it does really suck when something has to be so overcomplicated. You know, that like, isn't it better when things are simple and easy to understand, and that way more people can enjoy them, right? Isn't that you're right? Wow, it sure does suck, Tetsuya Nomura.
Are you making a joke about the plot of Kingdom Hearts 3?
I sure am, Kyle.
Okay,
I sure am.
Just wanted to really cut to the quick of that one.
I'm looking at Matthew. Sorry, I can't read that. Matthew Headland says, "Why don't they ever bring up cloacas in Dino Media? It's just one hole down there."
Bringing the hard-hitting questions.
That's actually the subtitle to the new Turok game. It's just one hole down there.
Maybe they'll partner with Real Dolls and make a.
Okay. So this the upcoming part is actually the most interesting part about the whole interview. He said, "quote That's also the reason Mickey is in only one scene in Kingdom Hearts 1. At the same time, another company was releasing a game that had to do with Mickey. So though we were denied his usage." We persisted and eventually got, as long as you only have one scene from far away as a silhouette with him waving his hand or something. Since we had to make the best of the biggest and only chance we had, that's why that scene appears that way.
Wow.
So you know that scene at the end of Kingdom Hearts where he pops up, he's a silhouette. He's like, oh, take care, guys. Like, that's
pretty good, Mickey.
Thank you. I've been working on it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to push it. But I'm very tempted to say something else in my Mickey voice. I'm like, nope. Just leave it good. Quit while I'm ahead.
Get one good one in and then cash out.
Yeah, I'm gonna cough, so I'm gonna take this off.
Okay.
I'm getting over being sick.
Could still hear it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I didn't cough into the the thing.
Do you know the microphones have little arms and you can.
Oh. Oh my! Look at that.
Yeah, science.
Good. Science. So, I don't know. I thought that was an interesting story to share. Now we're going to move on to what we've been playing. What have I been playing? Oh, I moved on to The Witness. I'm going through my back catalog. I finished Far Cry, the old one, Blood Dragon. Fantastic. Loved it. Perfect amount of time to like spend in a game. I'm noticing now as I get older, like I don't want the 100-hour experiences anymore. I want like a under 10-hour game. Like I want to get in, enjoy it, and then leave.
Just instant gratification.
Yeah, and then just move on to the next one because I got way too many games to be playing now. That's what Far Cry Blood Dragon was, and it was amazing. I loved it. Highly, highly recommend that one. But now I'm moving on to The Witness, which is basically going to be a 100-hour experience because it's like but it's amazing. I didn't really think about playing it because it didn't seem like my kind of game, and then I realized I love puzzles. Like maybe I should give this a shot.
Yeah.
But you said you've been speaking of puzzles. You said that you've been playing Tetris 99. Now, explain the concept of that game to people who don't actively listen and don't know what the game is.
Okay, so Tetris 99 is a battle royale version of Tetris. You have 100 people playing at once, and you target. It automatically targets for you another player, and whenever you solve lines or get a Tetris, it loads up their screen with blocks that they have to clear. And basically, once your screen fills up, you're knocked out.
Okay, so I have questions.
Okay.
First of all, how experienced of a Tetris player are you?
I mean, I've been playing it most of my life, but I'm not super good.
Like actively, like
no,
okay.
I'm not great.
You're not like, did you pick up like Tetris Effect when it came out and stuff? Or?
No, but I did get the Tetris release for the 360.
Okay.
The Tetris Worlds, I think it was. So
you have, and are you aware of Tetris strategies?
Vaguely.
Like, what is it called? Where you move the like T shift or something?
Oh yeah, where it stops and you can shift it right at the end. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so but basically what I'm getting at is, I have no interest in playing mostly just because I'm not good at Tetris. And
I mean, you'll get good.
I mean, that's the thing. I imagine I can get good, but I also don't know Tetris strategies. I don't know if there's like, not being a Tetris player for so long, that am I behind? Do I have to like watch the other Tetris movies? Do I have to read the Tetris comics?
Watch someone on Twitch stream the game for 10 minutes and you'll know all the strategy you need.
Gotcha. T-spin. That's right.
T-spin. Yes.
And then he also says, I've won one, and I can't read that name from here. What's the name?
Pecan.
Pecan. Okay, this Pecan. I didn't want to say Pecan, and then it's like, oh no, it's not Pecan. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't see if that was a D. Like the screen is really small. Okay, so Pecan. I've won one game of Tetris 99, but I haven't played since the first day. How close have you gotten to winning?
Top 10.
Top 10.
Yeah.
How difficult does it get at that point? Because I've watched
fucking hard.
I've watched a little bit of somebody streaming that before, and it just, I'm looking at that, I'm like, I don't even know what you're doing right now, because when I play Tetris, it's like I want to like do what I can to get the lines taken care of, and they're like building up on the left, and it's getting like really, really tall up there, and then all of a sudden, like bam, 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 it's just like collapsing. I'm like, I don't even know how you're looking at this thing.
Yeah, when
do you play like that, or do you just go for line? I
go for the Tetrises. You pretty much have to at the beginning of games when it's slow. Once you get into the top 10 is when it hits max speed, and that is where I suck. I'm just real bad at max speed Tetris. My brother is actually much better than I am. He used to speedrun Tetris.
Wow. And he's saying that too in the chat. He says, I basically ignore T-spin since I never learned them and use my stacking skills I learned from speedrunning the game.
Yep.
I think the last time I played Tetris was, it was on the Game Boy. I had it for the Game Boy.
It's free. Tetris 99 is free to play.
Not for me.
They announced a tournament 2 days ago with a $10 prize.
I'm getting a legit Switch. We get a legitimate Switch, and I'm $10 whole dollars.
$10 whole dollars.
That's a half a year of Nintendo Switch Online. That's amazing. It says comboing is the key. Doing 4 separate single line clears in a row is better than doing one Tetris. And that's the thing. That's how little I know about Tetris. I didn't know it was called a Tetris until I think Tetris 99. until I read something about Tetris 99, and they're like, "Oh yeah, when you get a Tetris," I'm like, "When you get the game? Why is he saying the name of the game?"
When you drop a line block down and clear.
Had no idea. Had no idea. It wasn't until I was learning about Tetris 99, not from you. It's not like I just learned what a Tetris was.
You
But
weren't today years old.
I can't be the only one who didn't know that that it's called a Tetris.
No, I'm sure you're not.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, speaking of the only one, it is time for video game 20 questions.
Oh God.
Yes.
This
is where now make sure now we go on the honor system here.
Yeah.
So chat away, take chat away.
Okay.
This is where I picked a random video game, and Kyle here is going to have 20 yes or no questions to name that game. Okay. Now you in chat, you can. I didn't get another pen. God damn it.
I'm going to open a notepad and keep track of my questions as we go. If that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. So he's going to have 20 yes or no questions to guess the game, and you in chat, you can help him by typing your questions in chat. If it's a good question, then I will pluck it and I will let him use it, and it will help him. So start. You got this.
Okay. Was it released for the GameCube generation?
No.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember too, we've now moved, I'm not saying that this is, but we've moved on to sequels now. Like we can do sequels. So it could be like Final Fantasies, 15 or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I did not know that. So that's good.
Yeah.
Good
I mean, again, I'm not saying that that's this, but just for the future. Now you know.
Cool. Was it released for the Super Nintendo generation?
No.
Well then. Was it released for the N64 generation?
Nope.
Man. Was it released for PC?
No.
Okay. Man,
I don't think so.
In.
I don't think it ever was.
Okay.
Because I'm including ports in that. Like I'm pretty sure I want you to get the most out of that question. Mm-hmm. I don't think there was ever a port for this. I don't think so. Pretty sure. If not, if there was, it's definitely like it's not like known for that.
Is this an exclusive title?
Yes. Again, barring the
Sure. Yeah.
On release. Let's just at least say that. On release.
Yes. On release, it was an exclusive.
Very exclusive, yes.
Okay. Was it released on the PS3 generation?
No. I'm looking at chat. I'm looking at chat. Matthew Headland says it's DuckTales. Woo! It's DuckTales 2. They have cloacas.
We've come full circle back to cloaca. Are there cloacas featured prominently in the game?
DuckTales, all from the same hole.
Oh God. Is it current gen?
No.
What in the fuck?
I think there's only so many left. I think you've named almost every generation except for.
Was it original NES gen?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
8 questions to get the console.
Cool, yeah. For my generation. I don't even know what console it is.
Oh yeah, but you know what I mean. But my favorite. Well, I was thinking of what I was gonna say is my favorite line from the MC Lars song is "Nail down the console, Chris implores, but now I can't get my Genesis off the floor." I love that line. It's a good
line,
and you will be able to hear it if you stay tuned after the episodes because we're gonna premiere the new theme song written by MC Lars. Go on.
Was it released for the Nintendo Entertainment System?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Fucking Christ. Is it a sports game?
No. Good question.
There are a lot of them.
Yeah, that covers everything, like motocross. Like I'll even say that covers like the what's off-road, things like that. Any kind of sport, I'll give you that.
Does that include clay pigeon shooting?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
It's not that.
Duck Hunt.
It's not that kind of like Yeah, it's a sport.
Yeah.
I'm really glad it's not that. Actually, I think I did that like 3 weeks ago. But
Oh, did you? I must
Yeah.
not have caught that one.
Yeah.
Is it a fighting game?
Actually, I think I did it last week. I need you to be more specific.
Okay.
Because like Final Fantasy has fighting in it, you know.
Does the main character or main characters, whichever is accurate there, physically attack things?
Yes.
Okay. Is the main character human?
No. Good question. Very good question.
Okay.
By the way, all this is adding up to DuckTales.
Okay. Fuck. I'm having trouble.
No, you're right there, man. You're right there.
I know it's on the Nintendo.
Yep.
Your main character isn't human, and you fight things.
Yep. Oh man, I know it's so much easier being on this side. I get that.
Yeah. Knowing
like,
the answer is really easy.
It's like what? Oh my god, what's that game called? My wife and I, we got this game called. I always forget what it's called, but basically, you put these little chips on different parts of a game board to try to communicate a message. So one time, and you'll get the concept when you hear what happened. One time, I'm looking at the board, I'm just like keep pointing at it, and she's like, "What? Okay, yellow rock money, yellow rock money,
Gold,
yellow rock." Gold. And she's like, "Yellow rock money." I don't know, yellow rock money, yellow rock money, yellow rock money. I'm like, so it's like you're saying like concept. That's right. She says it's called concept, but
that sounds like a good game.
It's a lot of fun. It's really good. But that feels like that's what's happening right now. Is you're like non-human, you fight people. Here's well, we'll see if you need help.
Okay.
Later.
I'm only at 12 by my count.
Yeah, you're at 12. Yeah.
This will be my 13th question.
Matthew says it's Super Mario Brothers. The host is just really racist. Italians are not human. Okay.
You heard it here first. DRF podcast, hard stance on Italian.
I was gonna say it's gonna be on the shirt, that we have.
MC Lars pulls his sub.
Yep.
Okay. Do you use weapons in the game?
You can. I'm giving you a little bit more than you asked for.
Are the main characters frogs?
Is a toad a frog?
Yes, all frogs are toads.
Okay.
Is it Battletoads?
Yes. Yeah. I feel like that would, like, in my head, I was like, okay, well, if I Google if they're frogs or frogs or toads, I feel like that would have given away. So I'm like, I'll just say, yeah, okay, so it's Battletoads, developed by Rare, 1991 NES game. Well done. You did it. See? You did it.
I got it in 3 questions, really.
I knew I knew you could.
Thank you. Thank you for believing in me.
The whole time. And I see that you typed nailed it into chat. There's a delay. They might not know that you nailed it yet. So you just spoiled the end of that. You just spoiled the end of 20 questions.
Toads are just lumpy frogs, says my brother.
Nice.
Fantastic.
And with that, that is the end of the episode. Kyle, thank you so much for hanging out, man. I had a really good time. I enjoyed this. Like the Google Hangouts thing is fun. You know,
that works great.
I'm we're gonna try to get a lot of the old crew and cast together and keep this up. It's a good time.
Hell yeah.
It is. It sure is. Now
let's get that song.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna do the closing stuff first, but then yes, we're gonna premiere the song. We do this every Sunday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time here on Facebook.com/DownrightFierceGaming, YouTube.com/DownrightFierceGaming, Twitch.tv/DRF Podcast, and now Mixer.com/DRF Podcast. If you want a zero delay, experience, that's the place to check out because Mixer is like basically instant. So everything you type in chat will, be like right to us and we'll be able to answer your questions very quickly. You can listen to all of our audio episodes every Monday at some time. They just come out at some time. Yeah, it changes every time. Morning could be in the afternoon, the evening. I don't know. But that's on Podbean, Google Play, iTunes, and Stitcher. I did it out of order, so I forgot what they were. Began says, I'm down to guest host if you want a person who is an expert in cloacas and 8 to 16-bit video games. We need to talk. We need to talk. Patreon, that's it. I don't have my sheet. I don't have my sheet for the exit things. I'm doing all this off of memory. Patreon.com/DownrightFierceGaming is where you can contribute to the show. It helps pay for these awesome little panels that help absorb sound that doesn't work when the door is open, so I can let my kitty go in and out. It's a little bit better. It also gets you all of our exclusive content 1 week earlier than everybody else, and some exclusive content that other people don't even get to see, like Downright Fierce Drinking, which I recently released to Patreon subscribers. The only way you can possibly listen to an experimental and short-lived podcast that we tried to start is through patreon.com/DownrightFierce. I think it's just Downright Fierce, not Downright Fierce Gaming. It also gets you thanked at the end of the episode. So we want to thank Mark Mayfield. Thank you very much, Mark.
Thanks,
Mayfield.
Mark.
I want to thank Tristan Haynes. Gracias, Tristan Haynes.
Thank you, sir.
We want to thank our executive producers, Brian Kizmetsky, Carolina Jarvis, and Andrew Kirkendall. Face kicker. And with that, it is time to premiere the brand new, never heard before unless you're a Patreon subscriber, theme song for Downright Fierce Gaming, written and performed by MC Lars. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Show you with the box. Who's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
For audio listeners, he played the "What's in the Box" clip.
Oh, I'm going to include that. I'm going to include it.
Oh, that's so good.
Okay. Bye. God damn it. Why was it working? Okay, I think that's it. Goodbye. No.
Right here.
Show you with the box. Who's in the box? What's in the box?
So good.
Hold on. I gotta. Okay.
Watch your phone, dude.
I'm watching. Where is it? Wait. Hold on.
Quality content.
Okay.
Only here at Downright Fierce Gaming.
We're good? Okay. Goodbye.
Downright fierce. 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 Downright fierce.
It's a Downright Fierce Gaming podcast. Playing mad games and talking mad trash. Subtitle pinned and dropping fast. Fat consoles, news, and industry stats. Every week, Josh and the crew go hard with the gaming passion. It's true. It's Downright Fierce and the place to be. With a custom theme by Lars MC. It's Downright Fierce, get your game on. 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 It's Downright Fierce, get your game on. Downright Fierce, get your game on. it's the bomb. 20 questions, you can't go wrong. Nailed down the console, Chris implores, but now I can't get the Genesis off the floor. Streaming every Sunday on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook Live, so hit the switch. Got Scribe looking up those unknown facts. Helpful as heck, thanks a lot for that. Lost the bet, I need a pie. Pepperoni, it tastes so fly and it feels so good to play these games. Game Gear links and GBA, Turbo Graphics, Neo Geo, retro consoles, look so neato. Got 10 power strips for the Sega CD to play Sewer Shark in the dark, that's me.
It's downright fierce, get your game on. 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 It's downright fierce, get your game on. 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 It's downright fierce, get your game on. 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 It's downright fierce, get your game on. Downright fierce, get your game on. Downright fierce, get your game on. Downright fierce, get your game on.
I play Smash Bros. On my PS4, my Xbox 2, I play it more on my NES and Master System. Love Mario so much I almost kissed him. Town and city, Brandon said, but it's okay. What he meant instead is in this world, all is possible like Super Smash Bros. Platform optional, Echo Fighters, here we go. A lot to address on the awesome show. Simon Belmont, the Splatoon crew, Sonic, Yoshi, and Pikachu. Friendship games and stories too. It's a magical world, come join the dudes. Passionate guys with a love for games. Got downright fierce going hard today.
It's downright fierce, get your game on. Downright fierce, get your game on. Downright fierce, get your game on. Downright fierce, get your